Okay, we're gonna try this shit again. Riding with one hand. See if I can't beat my old record. The lights are green. I am not breaking the law. Okay, maybe they weren't when I first started riding. So this week, because of the blackout, everybody's been at work, putting in extra time, extra overtime, stuff like that. I didn't stay on Monday, so the last couple of days, I've been coming in early, staying a bit late, making up the extra time. So now I'm up to par for not staying late on Monday. It's not so bad. Whoa, I'm trying to ride with no hands. How's it going? So yeah, it's been pretty exciting. We didn't get much of a storm today, but it is cold. It's like 16 degrees right now, a bit of a wind chill. Not bad, actually. Don't want to get hit by a car. Instead of actually working like a rear view mirror, all I have to do is just look behind me and be like, yo, where are they at? All right. So nothing much happened. I feel bad for everybody that this week that had like flooding in the basements. 3 or 4 of my close buddies had shit happen. Lost like TVs, Xbox systems, clothes, booklets. Like, friend was trying to move and half of his stuff got all messed up. His bed got ruined, stuff like that. Just terrible. So I feel bad for everybody that had to go through shit like that. But it wasn't the worst. Well, it's the most rain we've seen in Toronto, but at least it wasn't like a hurricane and shit. That would have been terrible. The winds would have been bad. Something like today, I think Hamilton got thunder and lightning and stuff. Lightning must have been pretty intense, I can imagine. So the last time I came through this parking lot, it was filled with water, like at least 6 or 7 inches of water. It was unbelievable. Of course, the sewer things are all in the middle, right? So all the cars, all that area, the whole area covered in water. Unbelievable. That's pretty crazy. But I'm like a storm chaser. I pretty much, like, every time it starts to get windy, I see some clouds, stuff like that, I'm always like, yeah, let it rain. A little bit of crazy about it. Anything that I like. I've been realizing that lately, that my passions, like music and stereo systems and audio quality, fidelity, stuff like that, I'm just nuts. I'll spend all my time, money, research, efforts, really stubborn about it too. I imagine being a tourist has something to do with getting what I want and that kind of thing. But in some sense, it's more like instant pleasures rather than what I want. So what I really want sometimes escapes me. So it's still it's a struggle. Try to do the best I can every now and then. I wonder if I'll make it all the way home with my arm up like this. I might have to switch. I wonder if I can actually switch while I'm riding. This is a little tricky. The sidewalk's not as smooth as it looks. Maybe if I tried on the road, but then I gotta watch out for cars. Oh, has anybody tweeted Kardashian's baby yet? I'm sure it's got a Twitter account. What the fuck? Wow. Imagine the limited resources you're given on internet bandwidth and utilities around the world, and we have stuff like that taking up some of our resources. How do you feel about that? Bit of interesting news this week that I found out. Scientists... Ooh, garbage truck. That smells. Holy. A development team for storage devices like internet, stuff like that, have, oh yeah, I have to switch my arms. Let's do this stealth like bump. And then switch. Oh, ho, ho. Yes. Storage devices for computers, stuff like that. They've come up with a femtometer laser storage system. Apparently it's like 5 dimensions or something like that, and its storage capacity is just incredible. It's like 360 terabytes for half of the size that's available at present. So I think that's pretty amazing. This is stuff that I come across on Facebook. I can't remember the exact name of the site. Could be Science is Awesome. So that's further than last time. And yeah, so the storage device thing is amazing. I'm sure that it's going to cost a fortune for the public when it first comes out, like everything does. But the trick is, it's like if investments are good and outlooks are good, then prices will probably drop a little bit based on their return on investment. So if you like something, like commerce and buying stuff is sort of like voting. If you buy Samsung, then Samsung does better. And it's like you're voting them in the office. So with votes for mayors and presidents, whoever gets the most votes gets on top. So if you buy Coke products, then Coke is the bigger industry. If you buy from AT&T or Bell or Rogers, whoever you give your money to is who you're voting for. So you should be really, really careful about who you buy from and who they're connected to. And those of you who don't know, Kraft, like Kraft peanut butter, Kraft dinner, stuff like that, Kraft Company is actually part of a cigarette brand. So if you're against smoking and you're trying to fight a cause against smoking, cancer, stuff like that, but you buy Kraft products, you're still helping that company make cigarettes. Something to think about. This information is available out there. You just got to know where to look. And if you're really serious about what you're doing, these are the kind of things you have to consider. And one bone of contention I'm going to bring up is if you're vegan and you're trying to protect animals and all that stuff, if you wear leather shoes or a leather belt, guess what? Yeah, I don't have to spell that out. You need to be more aware of what's in the car that you're driving. I still meant to do research on what fossil fuels are made of. I'm sure that most of it's plant material, but I'm sure that there's some animal material in there. I mean, it may go without saying, and you could argue this if you want to, what veganism is and the beliefs and yada yada. I'm sure that'll be an interesting debate. But yeah, anyways, enough of that. It's almost time for me to switch my arms again. My left arm is definitely not my strong arm, despite what some people might say about using your opposite arm during self-pleasuring, whatever. It is not true. I don't use my shoulder muscles for such exercises. It's not the cash cow. Damn, this is actually pretty fun. Oh, so while we're at it, I'll make this Ask Agnak moment. Let me switch my arms here. Don't drop my phone. And we're back. See how much more stable my right arm is? Yeah, because I'm right-handed. And this goes into one of the questions. The question is, why do we drive on the left or right-hand side of the roads? Where did that originate? And essentially what I'm doing here is holding something with my right hand, which could be like a weapon or something of the sort. When you're riding down the road and you're riding horse and buggy or carriage and you need to maybe fight with your right hand and your left hand's free, depending on which side of the road you're on, when you pass somebody on the opposite side, it's easier to shoot or use your sword to attack them on that side. So places like India, Japan, New Zealand, some places still drive on the left side, and then vehicles were designed to be to drive on the right-hand side or left-hand side, so line of sight around corners is the most efficient. So there's a rumor that Napoleon said, no, the English have it wrong, and despite them, I'm going to change the rules. And Napoleon decided that he was going to make his countries or whatever right-hand drive, and therefore, if you're right-handed, which was the majority, and I believe it is right-handed majority, you couldn't attack people coming the other way. It forces your right hand to be on the opposite side, so you couldn't attack somebody on your left. And essentially, that's why. That's the history behind left and right-hand drive. When horse and buggy and then cars came around, obviously, they designed things to just go around that habit. So here's your Mobile Ask Agnak for the week. This very random and strange bike ride home that you get, which is amazing because it's like 16 degrees and I've got holes in my shirt that you can't see, but I'll post a photo in the middle of this somewhere, like off to the side, over there, somewhere, maybe, if I can figure it out. And I'm almost home, so I'm going to put this thing away, and I'll see you all later.